of you like to learn English creative writing at the price of a burger? This question is the beginning of my story. The day I felt reborn at the age of 31. This question also refers to what I want to talk about today. That a simple idea, when infused with a leap of faith and the yearning and the urge to conquer life's struggles and do good, can become an exotic combination to metamorphosize one's life, as it did mine. Till the age of 30, I led a very sheltered life of a wife, a mother. Of course, I'm a mother even today of two wonderful kids, aged 23 and 27. But within a few years into my marriage, I felt a great sense of vacuum. Sometimes two people are just not meant to be together. And when minds don't meet, it can have disastrous consequences. So, within 8 years of my marriage, I took a life-changing decision of returning back to my parental home. So here I was at 31, a divorcee, two kids by my side aged only 2 and 6, and the need to be independent and the need to carve a future for my kids and myself. But however, how was I going to do that, I wondered, because I just had a commerce degree to my name, no MBA to boot, no post-graduation degree, and no experience at all. And how would I have the experience? Because since the age of 16, I just dreamt of being swept off by my Prince Charming and having a blissful marital life. But however, that was not to be. And I now had to stay in the city of Mumbai, where there's cutthroat competition, and think about how I would earn enough to give my children an excellent future, to buy a home, to buy a car, give them everything, all the luxuries that they were used to. Back at my parental home, of course, I received all the support, but I was also battling with bouts of loneliness, self-loathing, depression, wondering whether I had taken the right step. But one thing that my 63-year-old father told me really sort of gave me that spark of light. He said, so what if your marriage did not work out? Life has much more, seek it out. And like a very dedicated father, he helped me to take the first baby steps to developing skills to becoming independent. He made me join a computer class. While learning the nitty-gritties of technology, I came across a very interesting quote. Always stand on your own feet or you'll watch yourself crawl in the future. This was like a shot in the arm that I needed to find that opportunity, because definitely I was not interested in crawling. And surprisingly, that opportunity came in when I was teaching my children. I realized that they fumble in penning down their thoughts. I had been a voracious reader since childhood, so I had a flair for writing good essays. And I used to guide my children and was delighted when they received compliments on it. And that's when I wondered that if my children faced this issue, definitely there might be so many out there who would be facing this sort of anxiety and challenge. And that's when the seed was sown of opening an English creative writing class that would look into the spoken and written skills. Something out of the box, something personalized that will help children enjoy penning down their thoughts. So with this idea in my mind, I made the poster, would you like to learn English creative writing at the price of a burger? And armed with this, I went to a well-known stationery shop in South Mumbai and requested the owner if I could put it up. I can never thank the owner enough, because that got me my first 2 students from a reputed school in Mumbai. And within a year, by word of mouth, it rose to 30 students. So I was brimming with confidence. Okay, I think I have sort of taken my first baby steps towards becoming independent. But that's the time that my parents decided to shift to the distant suburbs because of business reasons. And again, I was filled with anxiety because no one knew me there. But if you don't give up, Lady Luck also helps you out. One of the parents of a student recommended me to her relative in the suburbs. When that relative's child started coming to me, so did so many of his friends. So in 2005, when I shifted to the suburbs, I had almost 100 students within the first year. And by 2007, we had 250 students, and it was time to have my first assistant, who was a former student. By 2011, my son had turned 17, and I felt it was time to move out and live as an independent family unit, and that's how I moved to a rental house. But soon enough, within 2 years, I had to take up a rental office because now we had 500 students and I had to engage a team of 12 to help me through this workload. So friends, the journey from 2003 to around 2011 has been quite a journey because that simple idea, for which reason I'm here today and what I want to talk about, that simple idea metamorphosized into 500 students, and now in 2021, by 2021, almost more than 5,000 students who have been with our institute. Of course, in this journey, so many like-minded women joined me. And this journey has been fulfilling for them, for me, and the students because we landed up helping each other. Not only we reached out with out-of-the-box ideas to help them conquer the nitty-gritties of creative writing, but in turn, all of us women who were mothers felt greatly fulfilled, satisfied because we did something different apart from the day-to-day duties that a mother is required to do. Friends, I would like to share with you that I turned 50 this year. Yes, I hit half a century. And during this 50 years, or rather the last 20 years, I have learned one mantra, that learning is the new fun. Learning is the mantra of success. The reason being that learning, leaping out of my comfort zone has not only made me economically independent, but has helped me explore so many different avenues. A girl who was so introvert that, sometimes during school reunions, my friends wonder, my classmates wonder that where were you at that time? That girl connected with local women groups, and soon I landed up becoming the vice president of the local women's institution. Moreover, I started comparing programs for my community. I also started hosting webinars during the pandemic, and at that time I was able to connect with students not only in the metropolitan cities and the second-tier cities of India, but also across the borders, Jeddah, Dubai, Saudi Arabia. And all of this started with a very, very simple poster and a simple idea and a leap of faith. This journey, I feel, has of course helped me grow, but I can say with pride that it has helped to impact many around me. I've come to believe that when one person takes a positive step, it definitely creates a ripple effect. Let me share two small stories with you. During a PTA meeting, one of the mothers mentioned that of course the children are refining their English creative writing skills, but what about the women who come from vernacular mediums? They find it so difficult to interact with their students' teachers or their husbands' business associates. That sharing led to the formation of the ladies' English class at my institute, where every week the women used to come and try to learn to communicate fluently in English to get through the day-to-day situations of life. And the first batch of students passed out after completing the year's curriculum, a batch of 13 students. And I got the biggest surprise of my life when at midnight I get a call from a Gujarati speaking lady. You know, I could hear her voice excitedly screaming down the telephone line that, "Man, I have communicated with everyone in English. I've just landed in America. I've been through the American customs. I didn't need the help of my husband, my children, which I always sought out. And I am feeling on top of the world." And this feeling was shared by my entire team. For most of us, this might seem like a trivial matter, you know, like communicating in English. But think about those women who have felt embarrassed in certain situations where they have to just keep quiet. No, nothing wrong in not knowing English. But you know, it is a world language. And when you're traveling through the country, through the city, or through the world, you need that language to communicate, to express yourself. Let me now introduce you to a 75-year-old student. Yes, she's 75, and she too, at this age, came to learn English. And surprise, surprise, she beat women half her age to be crowned the queen of the knowledge pageant, which is a passing out test in our institute. So learning doesn't stop anywhere. So friends, in this 20-year journey, life has really helped me to achieve so much more. From just being a single mother of 2 kids, I'm here in front of you on this celebrated platform, something that I'd never thought about. And this sharing brings me to what we are here to talk about today, adversity to advantage. I completely believe in it, because it is adversities that forced me to reinvent myself. If these adversities, these obstacles, these struggles had not come in my life, I would have just been complacent, just living the humdrum normal life. But whatever came in front of me, the challenge I had to face, I had to think about how to overcome it. And because of that, it has helped me to become what I am today. So friends, we women can do so much more. Apart from what we are doing in a regular life, we can be entrepreneurs, we can be authors, writers, artists, whatever we want to be. And we've got such amazing role models in front of us. Our very own Mary Kom, who came back to boxing after being a mother. Or Nykaa fame Falguni Nair, who started Nykaa at 50. So let's not be complacent. Let's dream big, even if our steps are small. We need to search ourselves and let us flower into what we are meant to be, and not just accept a very normal routine life. I would like to now end with saying something that Sheikh Rashid of Dubai once mentioned. Hard times create strong men, and easy times create weak men. Isn't it true? Because it is these adversities that make us warriors, and we fight it out. We find solutions for obstacles which we didn't know we would encounter, and it makes us a new us. For a girl who did not have any dreams, I think I'm living the most wonderful dream. I am independent. I am a mother of 2 very successful kids. I was featured even in the Humans of Mumbai, which I'd never thought about. And the most unbelievable thing, to become a TEDx talker, a TEDx speaker, and to be with all of y'all who are here listening to my story. So friends, all I'm trying to say is that life has much more to offer. Even the small ideas that you have, let them flower. And I'm sure all of us are capable of doing something incredible. I'm sure we all will, and I'm sure we all can. Thank you so much.